Good afternoon from inside the house today. My first two videos were filmed outside. When I started this channel, my husband and I have been doing loads of work in the garden, and we've been making loads and loads of progress outside. So I thought, oh, what a better way to make some videos, to film it and to upload it on here so that we can share the progress that we're making to everything that we're doing. And we're also making loads of changes into the inside of the house as well. So I wanted to do loads of videos on the progress that we're making as well, and then to share it on here. And also, it's raining. We've just had that week of heat wave, and now it's just a miserable day outside. So I thought, well, now's the time to do the video from inside. So just a bit of an introduction. My husband and my two children and I moved into this house 2 weeks before Christmas, and it is hopefully our forever home, although we said that about our last house, but this is definitely the forever home now. And so we did Christmas, and then ever since we've been working really hard on the inside and the outside of the house just to make it our own, make it our house. It was very, very beige when we moved in. It just needs that little bit of coziness bringing into it. So we have done quite a bit of decorating. We've done my two children's bedrooms. We have what else have we done? We've done our own bedroom. We've actually swapped rooms. The original master bedroom we have changed into the guest room, and then we are now in what was the guest room. We've now made that into our bedroom. It is smaller, but it's cozier. I'll take you through to the previous master bedroom and explain the changes that we made in there, and also the reason why we swapped over. And I am sitting now in my new dressing room. This was previously a guest bedroom, and it was just a spare room that we would never be using. I've always wanted my own dressing room, particularly with us moving into a smaller bedroom of our own. I've obviously now got less space for wardrobes, so my husband has all of that to himself, and I have my own dressing room. So I've just finished decorating. Not everything's in place yet. My dressing table is here, and all of my wardrobes are here. There's just a few little tweaks that I'd like to make. There's some shelves that I want to put up, and there's just a few little extra storage things that I want to do. So, but I'll go around it all and show you what it is that we've done and what it is that I'm planning on doing as well. I'm really, really pleased with it. It's really exciting. Absolutely love the colour. I don't know if you can see in this light. It is a lovely sage green. And plans over the next few weeks, we're having carpet put into my son's bedroom and into the office. My son's bedroom's decorated. He just needs the carpet going in, but the office isn't ready yet. So this week we need to clear that out, get that painted in time for the carpet coming in next Tuesday. And then I think that's probably it for all of the upstairs carpet wise. We still need to do some decorating of like the hall stairs and landing. So obviously that's going to come last, because with people traipsing in and out, you want to do that one of the last things, don't you? I haven't filmed any of the decorating in any of the rooms because I'm useless. Got loads and loads of photos of before and after, of course, but we didn't film any of us painting or what it looked like before, as I don't have any special videos of that, unfortunately. But I will go through all of the rooms and take you through, because it's really exciting to see what it all looks like now, and also any changes that we're still yet to make. We have, so downstairs as well, we're in the process of looking into swapping over our kitchen and our living room. So both great rooms at the moment, but we just think the kitchen's at the back of the house and the lounge is at the front of the house. and that looks onto our beautiful garden, and we have a really, really amazing view. And I just think that the 2 rooms would be better the other way around. So we're just getting loads of builders and stuff coming over at the moment to talk through what our options are. Because we need to remove a media wall out of the lounge and make that all flush so that we can put kitchen cabinets and all of the ovens and all that kind of stuff in there. Also utilising the utility room a little bit better as well. So there's loads and loads of plans. So now that I'm getting used to doing all these filming, I will hopefully do a bit more filming of before, during and after for those rooms. So yeah, I wanted to go outside and water the plants this afternoon, but I don't think I need to because it has been non-stop raining all afternoon, so that's a job done for me. Yeah, so over the next few days, priorities are clearing the office to get that painted. Okay, so this is the current situation with my dressing room at the moment. So I've got wardrobes all along this wall here, sort of like 1.5, and then I've got these wardrobes along here as well, and little space in the corner, so I've got a plan for that. But yeah, absolutely loads of space. See, so I've got a double wardrobe and then a single wardrobe and a double wardrobe, a single, a double, a single, and then a corner, and then a single here. We did get a couple of quotes from a couple of companies, I think Sharps and Hammonds, and somebody else came round to quote as well, and it was looking at between £13,000 and £15,000 for pretty much exactly the same thing. And I'm not spending that on wardrobes, it's just silly. And I saw loads of videos on YouTube of people using these Pax wardrobes from IKEA. And they look exactly the same and do exactly the same thing, so I'm happy with them. And they do long ones now, so they go straight from the floor and they go right up to the ceiling with a tiny little gap at the top, and I'm happy with that. I don't mind the little gap. Of the videos I was watching, people were having to build bases and then plinths at the top as well, and a bit of carpentry, so we were ready prepared to do that. But when we went into the store to order them, we saw that they do these tall ones, so absolutely perfect. I ordered they don't do the sage green anymore, but which is fine because I wanted it to match identical to the wall paint anyway, so I probably would have painted them anyway. But I've gone for the grey beige interior, and I chose white doors purely because I thought that the white would be easier to paint than the grey beige. In hindsight, probably wouldn't have made a difference because I put the bin primer on first, and then these have got 2 or 3 coats of paint over the top. But I thought, just in case, I'll probably go better with white because I was just thinking they might paint a little bit easier, but with this being a light green, probably wouldn't have made a difference because unfortunately now it means that the inside of the door is white. So I've got grey beige on the inside, green on the outside, and white on the inside. So I will paint the inside, but that is definitely a job for another day. I'm not going to be doing that now. But yeah, it's exactly the same paint as the wardrobe and the wall, so it all blends in really, really nicely. Really, really pleased with that. The carpet we've had this is a loop pile carpet, so it's a hard wearing one. Absolutely love this. We've had this in master bedroom as well, and it's also going to be going in the office when they come to do that next week. It does dent though, it's got a couple of dents in from where my stool's been. But this corner over here, we had a bit of an issue. Obviously I would have liked to have had wardrobes all the way through, but there's this corner wall here and we weren't prepared to start cutting wardrobes out or anything like that. So and I have got enough storage space with all of the wardrobes that I've got already. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to get a nice, like a slim side table, and then put an armchair here as well. So if ever I'm getting ready, my friends are over and we're getting ready as well, having a glass of wine, I at the dressing table, and then they've got a nice seat to be sitting here as well, and 2 plug sockets as well down here. So this room actually has 7 double plug sockets in it, which I couldn't believe. They've just, obviously the electrics that they've put in this house is crazy. They are everywhere, but I've covered most of them, I think, with think there were 3 light switches as well. Covered most of them with a wardrobe, so I've got 2, 3, there's still 4 I think I've got access to, which is more than enough. Right, so I think I've pretty much put everything into my wardrobes at the moment. I'm still organising and going through everything and making sure that everything is in the right place. And then when I'm content with it, I'll do another video of what I've put where. And then I've got dressing table here, which is very, very messy because I'm still lacking the storage of where all of my toiletries and things are going to go. So that's all a bit of a mess. But I've got this plain wall here, which is just behind the door. So laundry basket's there at the moment. It's a great place to keep that hidden. But I think I'd like maybe some shelves up here, or maybe a unit to put some nice like hyacinth or wicker baskets in, and a lot of my toiletries can go in there. So that will be nicely hidden behind the door. But I do still want it to look quite nice, quite aesthetic. So I just need to try and find the right unit for that. But actually, I think everything's pretty much sorted in here now. A mirror as well, actually. Don't think I've got one slim enough to put here. Needs to be able to fit between the door and the light switch, but a nice tall mirror right by the door I think will go nicely there. So one of those, I'd like it to be wood, and everything else will be wood, and I'll have some oak shelves in here. If I choose shelves, I'll put oak ones in. Obviously the door's oak, dressing table's oak, so I would like that to match. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it. Went up really, really nicely. Really pleased with the painting and the colour of it all. I did make a bit of an error. So when my plan was to have all wardrobes, and then obviously with hanging, and then I wanted some shelving that was open. So I would put shoes in one on display, and I'd have my handbags in one in display. As you do, have all those things looking nice on display. And then I ended up buying doors for all of the wardrobes, and I didn't realise, and then I even didn't realise after I'd painted them all, and it wasn't until I think my husband had screwed all of them together, and I looked and I thought, oh yeah, I was supposed to have those open. Had I not have painted them, I probably would have returned the doors and the handles and taken those back and had it open, but because I'd already painted them, I couldn't take them back. So I'm leaving it as it is for now. And actually I quite like that it is all, everything's closed, everything's hidden away, and because I know that when you have everything exposed, things get dusty. I'm just going to have to end up cleaning everything, start dusting all my handbags inside of my shoes and things like that, and I really don't want to have to do that. So I think actually I might leave it as it is, but I'll see how I get on with it. And I have actually forgotten main thing that I wanted to do in here. So I've got the wardrobes everywhere. So I have a nice big space in the middle, absolutely perfect for an island. I've really struggled with finding one that will actually fit in this space because it's not a massive space, and I don't want anything too big because I don't want it to be in the way. I want to still be able to access all of my wardrobes, still be able to walk around. But I have found I found a chest of drawers from IKEA. It's a chest with 3 drawers, and it sits on the floor. So I've ordered them actually, and I think they'll be ready to be collected on Thursday this week. I've bought 2 of those, and the idea is that I'm going to put them back to back, and so there will be 3 drawers on each side, and then I will put a nice block of quartz on the top, and nice rose-coloured quartz, which I'll go shopping for, choose a nice one, and then that will be a nice little mini island in the middle, and I think that will be enough drawer storage for me then for what I need, especially if I'm having other storage against that wall for like toiletries and things like that. Yeah, so hopefully that we can build those on Thursday, get those in, and then I just need to go shopping for a nice piece of quartz to go on top. Right, so this was the master bedroom. The house was sold as this room being the master bedroom. As you can see, it is a magnificent room. It is stunning. It's beautiful. It's also huge, and it has a massive window there, 2 huge windows there. has a Velux there on that side and also one on that side. So when we moved in, of course, with this being labelled as the master bedroom, you would take it over as the master bedroom, and lived with it for a few months. Absolutely, it was all completely beige, as everything else was when we moved in. It's got a beautiful oak hardwood floor, and a log burner, fireplace as well, and it was lovely. However, I always knew that other room was going to be my dressing room, and so I would wake up in the morning and I would leave this room, I'd go into the bathroom, and then I would go into the dressing room, and even though my clothes were just all over the floor when we first moved in, and I would get ready in the dressing room, and I would never come back into this room again until the night time. Same for my husband as well. He'd quickly get ready, obviously shower in the bathroom, and then we wouldn't come back into here. So it was completely wasted, and it seemed such a shame that we had this lovely room and we were just never in it. So we made the decision to have the guest room. So we have that. It's a lot smaller, but it has obviously no ensuite in this room, whereas the guest room has the ensuite attached. Even though the main bathroom to this is just outside, so it's not a big deal. But we made the decision to have that room, and it's much nicer. It's a lot smaller. We've decorated it into a really dark, I think it's pine green, a really dark pine needle green, and it's lovely. And so what we did is we decorated this room this olive green colour, and we've kept the floor because it is a lovely floor. It's in great condition as well. And actually one of the other reasons that we weren't keen on having this as a bedroom was because of all of the windows, and so the two Velux and then these windows behind us. It was really, really bright, because I don't think these Velux have any blinds in. They're those really clever ones, so if they're open and it starts to rain, they will automatically close, which is brilliant, but they don't actually have any blinds in to cover out the light. So in the morning, this room would be really, really bright. So if you wanted to sleep in, well, you just got no chance. There's no chance of sleeping in, because you'd just get woken up straight away. Yeah, so that was another reason that made us decide to swap rooms. But it's lovely. The light fittings as well in this room that the previous owners put up are lovely. We've kept these in, and there's two chandeliers on the top as well. There's one over there and one over there. And we've kept those. Obviously the log burner. We actually had this on Christmas Eve, and we burnt some, we roasted some marshmallows. I'll say burnt, we roasted some marshmallows. So that was really, really special. So that's probably something that we will continue to do. But we've made this into our guest room. And it's great. So it means that guests can come over and they've got all of this space. There's a wardrobe over there which doesn't have anything in it. And we have affectionately called it the library, purely because it's got all of my children's books in here. So we've got a couple of bookcases here, and there is a bookcase over there. And we will continue to perhaps grow the bookcase space, but we've called it the library. It was kind of a joke name to begin with, but then we've kept it. I thought, what a nice name for a room. It is also the cat's bedroom. She's here every day when she comes in from outside. She has a little snooze on there. But we've got oak furniture in most of the rooms. I think we've brought that over from our previous house. We've always loved oak furniture because it's timeless. So we've put some of that in here, and we've got a coffee machine as well for guests. And then of course, when this blind goes up, it takes you out onto the driveway, which is at the back of our house, which then also backs onto, so the garden backs onto the driveway. So yeah, so it's lovely, but unfortunately, I think it's better utilised as more of a family room. So come night time, my children will choose a story. We'll come into here, we'll lie in the bed and we'll read a story together. And then they'll go upstairs to their bedroom. I don't miss it as a bedroom. I love it as what it is, because I think it's a room that needs to be seen by guests. So I'm just
head into the shops to do some shopping, and I want to pick something up for my mum, who is looking after my children on Friday. She's staying over at mine on Friday till Saturday, so I want to get her something nice for dinner, something for the children, and then also something special for my mum. So she really likes these little seafood thingies from Waitrose. You get like prawns and salmon and something else, and it comes in a little shell, and she really likes those. So they don't always have them though by Waitrose, but I'll go see if I can get her one, and then just pick up some other bits as well for dinner for them all on Friday, some snacks and things. So Friday, my husband and I are off to London because we're going to see Boyzone, and I cannot wait. I am so excited. They're obviously playing at the Emirates Stadium this weekend, and we got tickets to go and see them on Friday. So I'm going to drop my children off at school Friday morning, and then come home, quickly get ready. Then we're getting the train late morning. We should arrive in London around about lunchtime. So I'll go and have a nice dinner, a nice lunch in London, and then off to see Boyzone, which doors open at 5, I think. So I don't really know what time the concert starts, but so I'm really looking forward to that, because I absolutely love Boyzone. I grew up loving Boyzone. They were my favourite band when I was a child, and I was lucky enough to see them a few times. Obviously when Stephen was in the band, and then I saw them again about 10 years ago. So when I heard that they were touring again this year, only doing a few dates as well, my husband and I, Jamie, we jumped on getting some tickets. It's probably the most money I've ever spent on concert tickets ever, but totally worth it, because it's Boyzone and I don't know when they're going to be touring again. And it's really exciting as well, because obviously after that, was it Netflix, the Boyzone documentary that was on, Mikey was explaining that he wasn't really part of the group anymore, so the fact that he's touring with them as well is even more exciting. So yeah, we've got literally, I think, just 24 hours in London, and I don't think that Jamie and I have ever been to London before together on our own without the children. Obviously we've been for trips like with the children, but I don't think we've ever been just the two of us, and we're only there, like I said, 24 hours, so it's going to be a bit rushed, but we'll get there. We'll have some lunch, a little bit of a walk around, see Boyzone, and then hopefully have some drinks after. We'll go to some nice cocktail bars or some wine bars, and then we're staying over, and then we've got most of the morning. I think we catch a train about 1:30, something like that, so we'll be home late afternoon. Then we've got the rest of the weekend at home to probably carry on with all of the decorating that I mentioned. Yeah, so I'm just popped out now quickly to get some shopping done, get home, and then back to it again. There's always, I always feel really, really guilty if ever I'm at home and I'm just sitting, relaxing, I don't really watch much TV, but if I'm watching the TV or reading a book or something, I think, oh, I could be doing something. There's decorating I could be doing, there's some clearing of rooms I could be doing, I could be tidying something, organising something. It just never ends. I always wonder at what point will it be where I'm content with the whole house and I can just relax in it. I don't understand how we had what they said was the hottest day ever recorded in May just a week ago, and then it's all like this drizzly again. Don't pick up any plants. Don't pick up any plants. They didn't have any. That's such a shame. Well, they had, no, that's a lie. They had one. They had, oh, so they had one. They're called seafood shells, I think it is. And they're 2 shells, and you get prawns and other seafood bits inside. And there was one left, and it was in their too good to go section. So it had to be eaten by tomorrow, and my mum's not coming over till Friday. And I don't think you can freeze it, can you? Stuff like that with seafood. So never mind. I'll probably just have to come back later in the week when they've restocked, but I did get Madeleines, because you can't walk out empty-handed, can you? And everyone loves a Madeleine. How do I get out of here now? Right, and then now I've got to go and do the big shop. So I'm off to Tesco. Right, that is the shopping done. I'm going to head home now. Totally forgot to pick up snacks for London. So obviously you've got to pick up some snacks. And I definitely need to get a bottle of wine ready to take as well, just in case. I don't know how much time we're going to have between getting there, having lunch, finding out where the hotel is, and then getting over to the stadium for the concert. I don't really know, but hopefully there's time to go back to the hotel, freshen up a little bit, have a little glass of wine, and then head out. But yeah, I've got to take some snacks, and of course I need to get an outfit ready. So I want to, when you go to London, you've got to make sure that you, whatever the occasion, you've got to dress up for London, haven't you? So I need to look for somewhere to have lunch. So my husband wants something meaty. It's like a steakhouse, something like that. And I want to go somewhere different. So I've been to London loads. God knows where I've been, everywhere. But I want to find somewhere nice to have some lunch. And then I imagine it will be a very large lunch, because it won't be long really until we're heading over to the concert. So I imagine we'll just sort of pick up a to-go dinner. Yeah, so I need some recommendations of where to go, like a nice steakhouse in London, somewhere nice, somewhere that's got nice wine, because that's all I care about. I can eat anything, but it's got to have nice wine. So I know a lot of this has just been me whittering on, but the idea is that I just want to put forward what we're doing, our plans for the house and the garden, and making it really nice, and hopefully doing some before and after videos and what I can do, because everybody loves seeing before and after, don't they? So I'd really appreciate it if you followed along to what we got up to, and if you've got any hints or tips or anything, particularly stuff that I'm doing in the garden, because I am still quite new to all this gardening stuff and planting and looking after things, and everything is going to be looked after in a different way. And I've got all these books, and I've got all these blogs and people I follow on YouTube and stuff, but I am definitely all still learning. So if I'm doing anything that you think I could be doing better, then please tell me, because I'm happy to be corrected on anything that I'm doing wrong, and where I've planted stuff and how I'm looking after things, or any tips that you've got for any decorating in the house. Although I must say I find myself a bit of a professional. We've decorated the whole of our old house, and we've painted. We do all of the painting ourselves.